Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a sunny Three Sisters for round 4 of the British Drift Championship 2022, and welcome to TNL Sports. If you're still watching this on YouTube, please check in the description on how to tune into TNL, as we'll be turning this stream off very shortly, Mike.
Mike, I am really excited for these qualifiers. Practice this morning has just been another level, but before we get to qualifiers, we have to go back to the remaining 2 battles from yesterday.
Yes, and we are waiting for some cars to line up so that we can finish off our Pro 2.
Yeah, so we got
3rd and 4th place and 1st and 2nd place.
So yeah, in our playoff for the 3rd step on the podium, it's going to be Craig McLeod versus Chrissy Naylan. Local friends, they know each other very well, and bragging rights is in this one.
Yeah, Craig McLeod won the Pro 2 Championship yesterday,
yeah.
So
his head could be a bit fuzzy today.
He said he had 1 or 2 drinks last night, but not enough to stop him from. He still has to get on the podium today,
yeah,
Mike.
He definitely does.
So we will see very shortly if we have cars.
I'm wondering, yeah, are the cars on the line? We're waiting long enough for this. We've made us wait all night. Come on, I can't wait any longer, Mike.
No. We've been waiting.
No.
We've been waiting all night long, Mike.
Yeah, literally. We've just been sitting pacing, going, I wonder who's going to be on the podium.
Well, we'll wait for those cars to get on the line.
I do see. I'm looking at my window here now because I got the view this time, not you. But Chrissy's on the way to the track. Assuming Craig is not far behind him. What weather we're after having this weekend?
Yeah,
it's amazing.
Fantastic. Yeah, it said it was going to rain during the week. We're like, oh no, but now look, not a spot of rain, beautiful sunshine, temperatures about perfect, just t-shirt weather, not too hot, not too cold.
It's the first BDC I brought a jacket in. I haven't needed it once.
Yeah.
There you go.
So we've got JJ Stevens, who will be, and
Jack Mawhinney. There's our final.
There's our final battle heading out.
And these guys also got to get in practice with the pros this morning.
Yeah.
So they're already brought back up to speed.
So we want to see fireworks now, and there you go. There's Craig McLeod, Chrissy Naylan lined up. They go get their tyres warmed up, and we can move on with.
What a treat for everyone in attendance, though. Like, we're starting with a 3rd and 4th playoff and a final. And then we have to go back to qualifying. And then we go do the battles all over again. This is the best day ever.
Definitely some excitement from the off, Mike.
I have to bring myself back up to, like, final enthusiasm, you know?
Yeah, you've spent your
whole... But then we have to turn it down to qualifying.
We don't have to turn it down for qualifying.
Do you know what? After some of the runs I've seen this morning, we might have to. I'm going to get excited. Chairs are going flying today.
Yeah.
This is it.
Oh no, please no more chairs flying.
Don't.
It's frightening in here when you get that excited.
Can someone bring in a strap and put them down?
At least just a helmet for me, please. Okay, there we go. Cars lining up. Craig McLeod will lead out Chrissy Naylan in his 3rd and 4th place. Craig McLeod says he's not pulling the stops out now. He's won the championship already. He does not need to protect the car. He is just going for it, Mike. And Chrissy Naylan never holds back anyway, so...
This is going to be an unbelievable... This is the one I was looking forward to yesterday evening, so I'm really happy we get to start the day off with this.
Yeah. We will await the OK from the tower and our track marshal. And here we go, Chrissy Naylan in chase position. Craig McLeod to lead out for 3rd and 4th place on the podium. Massive flick entry from Craig McLeod. Chrissy Naylan, a little bit of a gap between the 2 cars as they come through into the 2nd corner. Chrissy Naylan needs to make a dive now, just about gaining some proximity, but Craig McLeod puts his foot down, puts his hammer down through Manji Ali as they come round into the final corner. Chrissy Nayland needs to gain some proximity. He's falling behind Craig McLeod. Craig McLeod, no massive wide line, dropping wheel, straightens up the car. Chrissy Nayland straightens up as well as they come round the final corner. A little bit shaky, Mike.
What happened in that last section? It was going so well. Is it the upshift? I'm not sure. Craig wasn't doing that at all yesterday, but yeah, both guys a little bit of a straight before the end. It's going to be interesting to see what the judges think.
Well, before we get to see that,
we'll
swap them around. I can watch the replay first.
This is very nice. Very nice.
Up until here, and then Craig goes very wide. Look at the angle he puts on here. Loads of angle, very wide. Almost 2 wheels off the track. I'd say it's just one, but then both drivers straight after that.
I think Chrissy straightened up because he didn't know where to go. I think Craig straightened so he stayed on the track. But I'm only a commentator, so I don't really know.
Hard to tell, but we'll see how they get on this time round with Chrissy Nayland in the lead position. A big flick entry. Craig McLeod just giving him a little bit of room to manoeuvre. Needs to make the dive as they come through. He does make the dive onto the rear quarter. Still a bit of separation, Mike, as they come down. Look at the speed of Chrissy Nayland's car as he hammers down the straight into the final corner, the last transition, and now they need to put the hammer down. All the angle. Chrissy Nayland opening the door for Craig McLeod, but Craig McLeod not opening that door and not getting on the side of Chrissy Nayland as they come over the line.
Craig just didn't have an answer for the pace of Chrissy. The whole way through that, he did his best. He made a few big dives, but Chrissy's pulled gaps. It might have been a good night over in that corner of the pits last night.
Yeah, not quite the proximity we would hope for 3rd and 4th place battle. But they will line up. And we will give you the results straight away, I believe.
Just going again, are they? I thought Craig was going to flick in there the way he was coming down the straight.
So we will get them to sit.
Oh, there we go.
There we go, a bit of a drift. They're going to get them to sit in front of you guys here in the crowd. And we will announce their results very shortly, as soon as I have them. Assuming the judges have a decision. We could be going one more time.
Could be one more time.
And I can confirm, taking the 3rd spot on the podium is Chrissy Nayland!
Massive round of applause for your 2022 Pro 2 champion, Craig McLeod. Cannot wait to see him mixing up the pros next year.
Yeah, and later on today.
Later on today. Sunday. Sorry, I got excited. I thought it was Saturday night and we're heading for dinner.
JJ Stevens now warming up his tyres, fighting for 1st position on the podium.
Yeah, JJ just looked so strong yesterday. The pace of that R34 Skyline, not many people could match it. But there's one lad that was equally as fast. That was Jack Mawhinney. I am excited for this final.
Yeah, so let's get those cars.
You don't sound too excited, Mike.
I am excited. I'm excited. I'm just trying to
process.
Just pace myself. I've got. There's some shouting to do now, Mike.
Some shouting to do. But it's a final.
Right, Jack Mawhinney, qualified in 1st position. He finds himself in the battle for 1st place as well. Can he hand the dream weekend? Qualifying 1st and finishing 1st. Only one man comes between him, and that is JJ Stevens, and he chases out. Now as they come hammering down the straight, a big flick entry from Jack Mawhinney, and JJ Stevens already makes the dive onto the side of Jack Mawhinney's door. He's not letting Jack Mawhinney get away at all. Lovely transition from both of those 2 drivers as they come down Manji Ali. Now Jack Mawhinney desperately trying to get away, but JJ Stevens not letting him go. Look how close JJ Stevens is to the rear quarter. A bit of separation now, just so I say that, as they come round the last corner. He tries to rope him in again, but Jack Mawhinney puts the hammer down round the last corner, and away he goes.
Absolute brilliant lead run from Jack, and JJ's trace was very, very good until just after Mangiali. That little bit of separation
just a
maybe
touch.
could be the difference, because Jack is going to be stuck to him all the way around.
It's a lovely lead line by Jack Mawhinney here as well.
He's just really becoming stronger and stronger every time he gets in that car. We said it was a bit of separation. It wasn't a massive gap.
I mean, there's a car gap between them. We're in the final.
Depends on
now,
what
Mike.
size car, okay? Okay, so we both cars back on the line. JJ the lead, Jack to chase.
And off we go. JJ Stevens now leading in. Jack Mawhinney for the final battle of the Pro 2 Championship. A nice entry from JJ Stevens, very wide. Jack Mawhinney taking full advantage of this and making a dive straight away through clips 3 and 4. Look at Jack Mawhinney, he's glued to the side of JJ Stevens' car as they come through into the final landing. Oh, JJ Stevens overtakes Jack Mawhinney, has nowhere to go, has to back out of it. The pressure getting to these guys.
For JJ, but a massive round of applause for both drivers. What a chase for Jack!
Unbelievable stuff, and they will now line up here. And we will await the results. I mean, both drivers out of the car, but I can confirm, taking first place on the podium is Jack Mawhinney! Second place, and a valiant effort from JJ Stevens, ladies and gentlemen. And that is your podium. But we will do the actual podium today at the track.
The track walk. And we've all the fans down the track, we're going to do something special.
So that is it from our Pro 2 Championship. And we will be back with Pro qualifying right after this. Oh no, we're going to see our standings now.
So that's the Pro 2 Championship as it's finished up. So your winner is Craig McLeod, second place for Max Fleckney, third place for Jack Mawhinney, fourth place for Chris Naden, fifth place for Sam Nolan.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. And do you know what, them top five drivers, it's a credit to them how consistent they were round for round. That's how you get up there, is being consistent.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Craig McLeod so consistent all the way through the
Max
championship.
Fleckney was top 8 every round this year. Like, that's very difficult to do. Like, so credit to the guys.
And there we go, just goes to show. Consistency is key, Mike.
That is it.
Well, with that in mind, we'll be back with the Pro qualifying right after this.
Drifting can be the most demanding motorsport in the world. My name is Jun Main. The high RPMs required to keep my tires spinning and rubber burning are brutal on engine oil. That's why Lucas Synthetic Oil Stabilizer was formulated for performance on the track and the highway. Lucas Synthetic Oil Stabilizer keeps my power on for split-second decisions, making every shift and turn count. When it comes to my engine and engine oil, I give it every advantage with Lucas Synthetic Oil Stabilizer.
Link ECU produce standalone engine management technology with a range of products that allow you to unleash the power of your engine. Acting as your car's brain, our ECUs control electronic fuel injection and ignition. A magnitude of sensor inputs and outputs ensure your engine exceeds your expectations. Built-in safety features guarantee engine protection, and data logs keep you informed on its performance. Smoke your tires and not your engine with a world-leading Link ECU.
Tarmac Sports.
So here we are. Here is the lineup for our pro qualification start list today. First place we have Will Gibbs coming over from yesterday. Stephen Lynch, a wild card in from yesterday, Mike.
The pros having an absolute crazy weekend, and he went mad at us last night because we kept saying his car was 1J and it wasn't.
Nope, it's a M50 Frankenstein Turbo. He was
proud of it, but then I said you should have put in your commentary info.
There is that, Mike.
There is that.
So that is who we have in our first top 24. Okay, so there's just a voice in my ear telling me that the people who have just done their runs will also be in the qualification list as well, but we're going to be a little bit lenient on them getting to the line because they've obviously just completed the final. Yeah. So quite a big event they've just done just now.
Who's that? Chrissy, Jack, Craig and JJ.
Yeah.
So we'll let them go in and change tires. We're not going to send them straight to qualifying now. Like, we're not that mean.
No, we're not that mean.
We're mean enough though. We're not that mean. So first up we have Will Gibbs in this beautiful PS13. And he's a unicorn on the inside. That's even cooler.
Yeah, just tucked up in the back there. The lucky unicorn. People have got
lots of lucky things this
lots
weekend.
of luck charms this weekend of all of these drivers. So Will Gibbs leaves the line in that Lovely looking PS13. He's done this before yesterday and he knows what he's doing. Look at the pace of this silver car as he comes around first, second corner, collecting all those clipping points nicely with loads of speed, loads of smoke. It's looking like a high score so far, Mike.
Yeah, this is a great run from Will. You can see the Pro 2 drivers from yesterday, they're very confident on this day out. They've had plenty of laps, and I'm expecting some big scores from Pro 2 drivers. What a sight that PS13 coming out that corner there. It looks beautiful, it does.
Yeah, a really good run from Will Gibbs there. A high score to start the day, I imagine. He is sponsored by EnviroTrack Limited, Collins Earthwork and Selston Motor Services, and he comes in with an 82.33 straight out the bag, Mike.
It's a good start. So up next we have our wild card, Stephen Lynch. Blew us away yesterday, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Yep. And to be just getting to qualified in pros is just a massive achievement. Massive achievement.
It sure is. His head in his hand.
Oh no, his head in his hand. Oh, that's a belt. You might need that. Or no.
What it depends
His
on the belt
engine
does.
just throw a belt and he's going to go send it anyway. So that's the most heroic thing I've ever seen.
Let's hope it's just an alternator belt. He can keep going. No water pump belt. Don't do it with
If it's a water pumps on that, risk reward, and there's a big risk there. Oh, he's going.
Okay,
He's
well,
going.
we're off. Stephen Lynch is going.
The wild
belt
card.
or no belt, he doesn't care. Off he goes, throws it into the first corner. Plenty of pace, not too much angle, playing it a little bit safe, Stephen Lynch, but look how fast this BMW comes around that second corner, collecting.
This is a cracking run from Stephen
Yeah,
Lynch.
it's a little bit shallow into sixth there as he transitions round for the final corner in the middle of the track. But yeah, beautiful. The score still in the 90s. Yeah,
His score was in the 90s on the live score until he went onto that concrete, and then there and then it just dropped down. But still, for a wild card coming through from yesterday, brilliant run from Stephen. And he scores an 80.67. That's, what more do you want? 100.
he could do it.
Could do it 100. Up next we have Harvey Moore in the Drift for You E36. Monster of a car this one is now.
Absolute animal flying earlier today in practice. Got quite a few practice runs. He's very dedicated this morning.
Yeah, he was up early and he was out there.
Yeah.
So we see Harvey coming down. Small bit of weight transfer to initiate the drift. A little bit shy of clip two, not getting it. Can he get back online into the second hairpin? He does as he lines up now coming into Mangiali. He really needs to start collecting those A-lines, Mike.
Whoa,
Just coming shallow of a few clips. He's pushing hard. Coming into the last transition now around Lunar. So we've seen better runs from Harvey. Maybe it's nerves, not quite sure what's happening. Still a score on the board though, he's going to be happy with that. Keeps off the concrete, which is the most important. Yeah. But yeah, definitely we've seen better runs from Harvey so far this weekend.
Yeah, we have. He is sponsored by Moreland, CJP Autosport, DMS Automotive, Lost Soul Tattoos, and of course Drift for You. He comes in with a score of 68 points. Put him in third position so far, Mike.
Yep.
Excellent. We have Igis Manilga in this Pulse Motorsport 300ZX. 650 horsepower. I think he's fibbing. I'm sure this thing's got more horsepower.
It was very, very fast yesterday. That's all I know.
Oh, a bit of a handbrake entry though from Igis Manilga, bleeding points already as he struggles to sew those first two corners together. Just having a little bit of a wobble there, but looks a little bit better now coming as he comes down. Manji Ali, it just doesn't seem to be working quite as well from catching a little bit of understeer on that left-hander there and just dropping a wheel through clip 8, and he finishes up the lap. Looking like he's struggling a little bit with the car today.
Which is not what was happening yesterday.
No, definitely not. He comes in with a score of 75.67 and his sponsor is Pulse Motorsport. Up next we have
Mark Chapman
in this lunatic E30 Touring M52.8 stroke turbo.
monster.
It's got some beans, this thing.
The size of the turbo. It's huge.
Fingers crossed as he gets the go-ahead. No, not quite. And off he goes. Mark Chapman leaves the line. Oh, listen to that. What's popping and banging as he comes down. The initial straight hitting the limiter already. Oh, drops a wheel on clip 2. Mike, nearly over-rotated on clip 3. Managed to hold it together. Wow. Really nice bit of driving there. As he comes down Manji Alley, look at the pace this Mark Chapman has put. An extra couple of pounds of boost behind that engine today. As he comes round the final corner, puts his foot down, collecting the clipping points nicely. Can he stay off of the green stuff just about and over the line? A little bit scrappy from Mark. Yeah. He is sponsored by Evolution Branded Clothing, TTV Racing and K64. He comes in with a score of 69.67, putting him into 4th position so far. Up next, we have a Nolan, Mike.
It's a Nolan. It's the Sam Nolan.
To Sam now.
In this monstrous S15. When he enters the clip 1, it's right behind our trailer, and the bang every time frightens me. Ready? There it is. There it is. My heart's in my mouth. Massive initiation from Sam. Look at this monstrous S15 as he smokes Mangiani out of it coming down, Mike. This is a lovely run so far.
Yeah, ridiculous amount of smoke coming out the back of Sam Nolan's car. He has got some power behind this thing, and he is using all of it to give you guys here at Three Sisters a show as he comes over across the line. A couple of tiny little scrappy moments there, but it looked fantastic to us. He is sponsored by Nolan Transport Modern Tyres and comes in with a score of 76.33. Now, our Pro 2 competition winner yesterday.
And top qualifier yesterday. Jack
Mawini.
And now he's going to throw it down with the pros.
That poor car.
Poor car.
Doesn't get 5 minutes rest, does it? As he comes flying into the first corner, collecting first and second clipping points absolutely perfectly. Look at this. Look at the poise of this car right on the outside of the track. Oh, a little bit early on that transition, but makes up for it as he comes through into clip 6. That was an absolutely fantastic flick as he transitions into the final corner, puts the hammer down. This looks like a good run, Mike, as he comes around. Oh, just running the inside of the curb ever so slightly, but doesn't go onto the green stuff and over the line.
Yeah, 1 or 2 small little mistakes towards the end, but the first half of that run was amazing.
Yeah, lovely. Here's sponsored by Ian Hamilton, Quirk, UPVC, Hotwood Motorsport, Super Seal Windows, Floors and Living, Ennis Glass, RMA Motorsport, Connie McKinley Windows and Doors, the best water man max speeding rods. He gets a score of 74.67. Up now, someone that you said wasn't going to drive today. He was adamant.
He literally told me this morning, I'm not driving today, and then we were sitting getting ready in the trailer, and he just went by the window. Like, all right, turns out he is driving today. It's the one and only Mr. Max Feckney, runner-up in the Pro 2 Championship yesterday. Unbelievable driving, he's just out having fun.
Yeah, so he said he wanted to save the diff because he's got another event next weekend. He was an event last weekend
in Ireland, and next weekend he's in Ireland, but he said he's going to have fun today and we'll worry about next week. To see him throwing it in that beautiful looking K70.
Not quite on the line there, Max Fleckney missing the first 2 clipping points, but let's see how he does. Does he get it back together for Manji Ali? Oh, just missing another couple of clipping points there. He looks like he's having to nurse this car around this track, Mike.
Yeah, you can really see he doesn't have faith in that diff. He said when he's in the burnout box, the noise he's making is just strange. So any minute he's ready for it to explode behind him. But Max takes the car over the line, gets the score on the board. Not what you would have wanted, but...
He is sponsored by A&F Motors, Auto Finesse, Fold Me Close Pizza, AJ's Brickwork, Tuck Motorsport, Muswell Motorsport, RJ Motorsport and Billy's Speed Shop. A score of 43, Mike.
Room for improvement.
Certainly room for improvement. That is one way to put it. Up next, we have our Pro 2 Championship winner, Crazy Craig McLeod. He said he was having to nurse the car a little bit due to heat problems yesterday. He was doing just about enough, but he said today he doesn't care at all. He is going to throw everything at this event. And he's certainly not holding back, picking up clips 1 and 2 absolutely perfectly, Mike. Clip 3 as well. This is looking like a fantastic run so far. Hardly bled any points at all. Oh, just coming a little bit shallow on one of the clips there. Nice and deep in through the rest of them. Can he pick up clip 8?
Really struggling to get out there, but
yeah. Doing just about enough. Gets a score of 84 points. He is sponsored by MG Autotech, EK Plus Powder Coating, Dynatune and SMT Motorsport. I don't know what happened there.
I just think you need to press the reset button there and we'll go again. Up next we have Chrissy Nailen.
Chrissy Nailen in this awesome 2JZ powered E92 BMW. Looks absolutely fantastic on track and in real life. You go and see it in the pits. It looks absolutely wonderful. We'll see what it can do on track as he flicks it into the first corner. Picking up clips 1 and 2 quite nicely. Could be a little bit deeper in some of these clipping points, but he's got a lot of pace as he comes down Manji Alley. Look at the speed. Holds it on the edge of the track just beautifully and transitions round to the last corner. Oh, winding up a good bit of angle and managing to hold it nicely, Mike, as he comes round through clip 9 and across the line.
I really did enjoy that because we weren't expecting it to snap around so fast.
He is sponsored by NHP Motorsport, Nuts Off, HGS Garage, Spray and Bake, Alex Brown Motors, BC Media, Zestino Tyres UK, BC Racing, Wisefab, Cube Brabs, 59 North Wheels, CG Motorsport, SOS Motorsport, and Mac Motorsport.
He gets a 69. I knew you were reading that much, you didn't see the score change.
That's a lot of sponsors there, mate.
Come on, Chris, you're going to kill Mike Walton. Don't take a minute.
Up next, JJ Stevens leaves the line, and Mike is going to tell you about this run.
So here we have JJ coming down. Absolute monstrous R34 Skyline. He was on fire all day yesterday, and he's just continued on here, Mike. Lovely first section. Look at that as he comes through. Perfect A-line into Manji Alley. See the big angle now. Hopefully he doesn't do it in the battle with Jack. He does and holds it lovely. Brings it into Lunar, the final transition. This is not a bad run. It's not a bad score either from JJ as he takes it out to the last clip and fights the concrete and over the line, Mike.
Yeah, a lovely run from JJ Stevens. He is sponsored by Precision Garage Services Limited, MGT Motorsport, Far5 Speed Shop, Living the Drift Life, Turn Distribution, Tri-Ace, Ill Motion and Driftworks. He comes in with a score of 76.33, putting him into 5th place so far.
Up next we have a debuting driver in the Pro class. It is Jojo McDonald in a borrowed PS13 that I don't know anything about, and I've only seen her do a couple of laps and she's flying in it as per usual. I think Jojo's one of them drivers, you give her anything and she'll probably top qualifying in it.
Yeah, well, she does a lot of practice days and a lot of driver training days, drift training days, so she has to jump in and out of a lot of cars just to do that, and it obviously pays dividends because she can just borrow a car, any car, and seem to drive it, Mike.
She's got a huge flip.
And she comes into the first corner. Wow, look at that, so wide through first, second and third clips. This is looking fantastic from Jolene. Can she hold the rest of the track together? It's looking like she can.
Lovely!
Oh, ladies and gentlemen.
Keep going!
Oh, just a tiny bit wide, but this is absolutely fantastic. It's a lovely looking car. Do we know whose car this is?
I don't know whose car this is. I'm sure we'll find out.
It looks like a really good car, and I've never seen it before. As they come over across the line, a couple of wheel drops there, hurting a score, but apart from that,
what a run!
Absolutely fantastic.
That's the way to make a statement coming into the Pro class, and she scores at 76.33, so a little bit room improvement for the wheel drops, but
yeah, she is sponsored by Far5 Speed Shop, G3 Pro and Ill Motion Driftworks. Up next we have
your favourite driver,
my mate Paul Beachy, in this SR22 powered S15. Has a sequential gearbox in it. He has absolutely no excuses for this to be the perfect run. The run that we all know Paul Beachy can do is he throws it into the first corner. Collects a little bit of understeer. Just looks like he's struggling to kick the clutch on that car. What? Come on, Paul. Get the car on song. It's just dropping wheels.
Just going all wrong for Paul. He was doing some good runs in practice. Were you talking beforehand to wind him up or something?
I've intentionally not spoken to him this morning so that I didn't wind him up.
Yeah, just Beachy Ken all around. Has come out now, one lap to do it.
Yeah, he is sponsored by Zestino 11s and DY Engine. Sadly for Paul Beachy, that is a 0 on his first run. I'm sure we will see an improvement on his next run, Mike. Next run, we have Peter Hayden. I've heard that name for a
Peter
while.
Hayden appeared at the last round, and I was like, who's in the white compact? And when I seen him, I was like, oh my god, what a driver.
Peter
The
Hayden.
year he got his pro license, I was
Yeah.
the track manager, and it was a pleasure to watch him drive all year.
Absolutely flying Hayden brothers, and yeah, just to see Peter Hayden here is
It's popped both of us off.
I didn't even see him in the pits, so I'm a little bit devastated. I haven't gone spoken to him yet. Anyway, comes flying this E36 compact. Sounds like it's still powered by an M50, so
with nitrous.
Not really much guts in this car, but looking fantastic. Look at the poise, just shy of that clipping point of Dan Mangiali as he comes through into the last transition, lacking a little bit of pace in that compact, but looking like a good line so far as he comes around the last corner. Needs to get that upshift done so he doesn't straighten over the line, just a touch of a straighten. He is sponsored by M&W Autos, and Maxstream Limited comes in with a score of 68.33. Because he normally drives that Laurel, doesn't he?
Yeah. But that was his old car.
Yeah.
And then he got the Laurel after it.
Okay. Stephen Fitzgerald, another friend of mine. This guy.
It's a monster of a car. I absolutely love this S50.
He pulled up to the sound test this morning. It was so loud, and they would just spent most of practice this morning fitting more silences in it so he could get out. So he hasn't had much practice, but it doesn't seem to show now as Stephen Fitzgerald hammers around this track.
Look at
the
this.
smoke pouring out the back of the Fitzgerald S50, and this car looks absolutely fantastic. It has certainly got the pace, Mike, as he transitions beautifully towards the edge of the track. A blinding run by Stephen Fitzgerald as he comes around the final corner, just keeping it off of that green stuff, and a good score.
That's not a bad run at all from Stephen. Car sounds amazing.
It sounds really good. He is sponsored by Fitzgerald's Vehicles Limited and gets a score of 82.67, putting him straight into second place, Mike. Up next, another one of my friends, Matthew Steele.
We love Matthew Steele,
Right.
okay? He does the best driving off camera, and I lectured him about this. I said, you are making me out to be a liar round for round, so please, just do us a good qualifying run. We need it.
So, Matthew Steele is one of these guys that gets the pressure gets to him.
Yeah.
Like, he can drive, and then it goes to qualifying, and it'll either be amazing or it'll be a disaster. And I'm sorry, Matt.
I want it. I want
we
it to be
know
amazing.
that you can drive so well.
Come on,
We're really
Matthew.
rooting for you, Matthew.
Listen
as
to
he
this.
throws it into the first corner. Look at it was the catastrophe one. Why, Mark?
I'm going out to have a chat with him. I'll be back in a few minutes. I'm sick of making. He can drive. I know he can.
We've seen him drive.
He did some
We
unbelievable
know
runs this
he can do
morning.
it. He's still got a score on the board, so it's not a 0, Mike. It was just 2 wheels off, but it's not a high score.
It's not going to be a high score. Listen to the sound of this SR. It sounds amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
As we hear Steve Fitzgerald literally drive through our trailer, it's that loud. The whole room vibrated there.
Matthew Steele, he is sponsored by his friends. He doesn't have any sponsors. He's sponsored by friends, he said. He gets 38 points on the board, and I'm sure we'll see some improvement next run. Up now, someone I am excited to see, has been absolutely flying in practice this morning. The speed of this man, Scott Cartilage, in this 2JZ powered PS13.
I've seen Scott have some of the biggest offs this morning and some of the best chases, so I don't know which way this one's going to go, but he is fast.
Absolutely. The pace of this car is unbelievable, helped mainly by the Walter Motorsport manifold as he throws it in to the first corner. Look how wide Scott Cartilage gets. This is a snappy transition, Mike. He seems to have... Is he cocking a wheel? Look, he is cocking a wheel! Off of the ground, ladies and gentlemen. He has got that much pace in the car as he comes through into the final corner. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. The speed. Oh, it looks like he missed a gear just slightly. Gets into gear now, though, puts the hammer down and just fills the crowd with smoke.
Wow, yeah, just that little bit of a misshift or whatever happened. The last clipping point, that was... This score dropped so much.
He is sponsored by Foster Pistons, Birchwood Motorco, Pulsar Turbo, Ram Air Filters, Rotor Wheels and CG Motorsport. 66 points, but it's been to 14th position. Up next, who do we have? The young.
The crazy drift kick. Right, I'm going to tell you one here. Archie came over to IDC, okay?
Yep.
And I will not steal it. I will give credit to the Irish commentator, Michael Fitzgerald, from Group D. Mike Fitz said, it's hammer time. And I nearly fell off going, why did I not think of that? So, I'm going to bring it over to the UK, and it is now hammer time. Come on, Archie, don't let me down.
So apparently Jojo Stevens was driving Darren Wiles' old PS13.
No. So we do know that car.
With the hand controls. Darren Wiles' car.
Yeah, I think that was sold.
I imagine they're taking that out.
That was sold on.
We'll have to ask.
I don't know.
We'll find out.
Yeah, we'll find out. The last I heard, Ross from 7 Days Performance owned that car, and there was no hand controls. I seen that down there one over the winter. Okay. But I don't know if that's still the scenario now. You know, drift cars, they move around a lot.
It's hard to keep up with them on the track or off the track, Mike.
Yeah. Archie's gave you that much to read, you might as well start now.
Archie has lost his hair, but we hope he can still do a skid.
Yeah, he arrived to Ireland with a shaved head and I didn't even recognise him.
Oh yeah, because he had that curly little perm thing on top.
Mike Walton here, he has a unique hairstyle, but that is now gone. The driving style still looks the same, and a massive aggressive initiation from Archie. Throws it wide out to clip 3. Look at this, Mike Walton, as he comes into Mangiali. He is just hitting A-line after A-line the whole way around. This is a high-score run so far from Archie Harmer.
Yeah, this is looking absolutely fantastic as he comes around the final corner. Just putting it all together around off that limiter though. I think he needs to change up gear just a little bit as he comes around that final corner. He is sponsored by Fast Start, Auto Finesse, Fev Fire Extinguisher, CDK Tuning, RJ Motorsport, DH Tuning, BC Media, CJ Motorsport, Tucked Automotive, EMS, WP Recovery, Gosley's Engineering and PO Performance. He gets a score of 78.33, putting him into 5th position. And up now we have Arunas Namontius.
This car is a weapon. It's beautiful, it's as good as any show car you'll ever see, and it can go.
Okay, so Jonathan Hargraves owns the PS13 that Jojo was driving. Okay, now we know.
Can you just let it go?
Just people keep messaging me. Tell people who it is. Right, Arunas throws the car in. Look at this! Wow, my God, that was so loud as he went past. And fast. I think it was because there was so much angle. Well, ladies and gentlemen, look at this for a show. Can he hold on? Oh my goodness gracious me, he can't.
Just ended up in the wrong place there.
Wow, that was extreme, Mike. That
wild.
That's literally unbelievable. I think that car had all 4 wheels in the air at one point. Christ.
Just take a minute there to come back after that one. Arunas' car is a weapon. It's just so fast.
Even Arunas couldn't hold on to it. Unbelievable stuff from Arunas. Anyway, he is sponsored by Everest & Co. Accountants, A-Team Body Repair, thank God, and living the drift life. He gets a score of 0, and hopefully he can get this car off the track, just going to the edge of the track there. Look at this, he is going so fast, he can't even hold on to the car. Wow.
It was just
I don't know what more to say, Mike. It was just wild. It's so fast. Far too fast for the corner. Like,
he didn't even slow down for the corner.
In any way you're going to make that. No, you're just not going to.
I'm surprised he didn't stop up the bank beside the crowd.
Fortunately, a 0 for Arunas. Let's hope he can tame the beast for his second round up now. I know this guy has full control of his vehicle. Charlie Hume,
I love watching Charlie drive.
SR20 powered S13. Now for track positioning, this is a masterclass. Although he was a little bit shallow on clip 1 there, that was...
Does a good job to get out to 2 though. Look at this snappy transition, really fast there through 3 as he comes to the start of Mangiali now. See Charlie coming down. Absolutely
look at the angle to
the
slow
style
down.
and flair of this man's driving is just unbelievable to watch. Like, this is a cracking run from Charlie Hume.
Yeah, look at how perfect he is. I mean, he just had a slight little wobble on clip 1. Could have had a little bit more maybe an upshift there
Yeah,
right
it's
at the
the
end,
bit
just
earlier, it's the
to
upshift
finish
there.
off. He is sponsored by Kenda Tires, DY Engines, Haltech, Garage 21, XDR Motorsport, Wild Graphics, Eclipse Motorsport, Retro Speed Shop, TS12 Motors, and he gets a score of... It's just disappeared off my screen, but I can go and find it.
This may take a minute. Mike, what?
74 points, putting him into 11th position so far. And up next we have Bring in the Pain, Mike.
The master of pain.
The master
Josh
of pain.
He actually put it on a t-shirt and you said he wouldn't do it, so that is another thing.
No,
I'm
I
right,
said
you're wrong.
I hoped he would do it.
No, you said he wouldn't. You
Oh,
no, don't
okay.
change it now.
Right,
Don't change because we're
fine.
live.
Yes.
Josh is getting initiation on wrong.
A painful initiation from Josh as he comes through the first two corners, just missing a couple of clips. Down Manji Alley, he needs to not lose any more points here as he comes round the rest of the track. Oh, I think he missed clip 6, 7 there as well, sorry.
To be honest with you, I haven't really seen Josh doing many laps this morning, so
No, I didn't see him at all.
I'm not sure. He could have probably known it could have been his first lap.
So he is sponsored by Holdfast USA, Keep Pushing, Steve Fellows Building Services and CTM. Gets a bit of a disappointing score of 45.33. We know he can do better. He will come back and do better. Up now, one of my favourite drivers, just because of what he's driving is in pro class with so much pace as well. Guys, look how fast this little MX-5 goes. It's still got a 1.8 litre engine in it. Granted, it's got a turbocharger on
Listen
there.
to how well it sounds. That's what I always said. The sound of this car is
It
just
sounds absolutely fantastic purely because it has a Walton Motorsport exhaust manifold on
Where
there.
would you get one of them?
You can buy them on waltonmotorsport.com, Mike.
I'm going straight there. Any friends that might discount though?
Tom Van Beek leaves the line, a huge flick entry in this MX-5. Running a beautiful wide line. Look at the pace of this MX-5 as he comes round the second corner. This is absolutely perfect so far. Hardly bled any points off at all. Collects all the clipping points nicely. Oh, a tiny little bit of a dab of the handbrake, but not too much. Didn't slow him down too much as he comes around through the final corner on a wonderful line. This is a high scoring mark. Can he keep it up round the final corner? He needs to not straighten now. Oh, ever so slightly over the line. That is still going to be a very good score, Mike. He is sponsored by Destroy or Die and Bailey Performance. 84.33 points.
Puts him into first position in a 1.8 MX-5. No, this guy. This literally made me so happy when I seen him come
Look how happy he is in there. Do you know why he's happy in there?
Because he's
Walton Motorsport manifold under the bonnet.
He loves how good his car sounds.
Listen to this too, JC. Absolutely flying, initiated off of the line, Mike.
We missed you, Matt Denham. Welcome back.
Literally missed. Look at this go, Matt Denham. He is back and he is absolutely flying. You should have seen the accident he had. Oh my goodness gracious me, but they have done so much work to get this car back in order, and just listen to it running off the limiter. Oh, having a little bit of trouble with the gear change, it looks like. Gets it into the right position again as he comes hammering down through the last corner and over the line. He is sponsored by Jap Speed, Clark Customs and DY Engines and Rock Oil.
It's a credit to the guys, Car Customs, everyone that got that car back together. Like, I didn't think that Shell would ever see a drift event again.
78 points puts him into 7th position.
Just so happy to see him back, like, just so happy. Matt Denham is the nicest guy ever.
ever.
Done.
Bar none.
Bar none.
Next up we have Martin Wonnacott in this huge, brightly coloured JZX 100, 1.5 JZ under the bonnet. Huge Borg Warner turbo held up by, yet again, a Walton Motorsport exhaust manifold.
These are getting very popular nowadays, aren't they? May look into them.
There's a bit of a trend going, Mike.
There's a bit of a trend going.
That's why Wonnacott throws it into the first corner. That's a big car to get around the first corner, but he does it absolutely beautifully, collecting all the clipping points. First and second, how does he do down Manji Alley? Puts the hammer down, the smoke billowing out the back of that JZX 100. Oh, and a beautiful wide line from Martin Wonnacott. Gets the transition done. He has a sequential gearbox. He's not going to have a problem with the gears, Mike, as he just keeps clicking round that last corner, all the way up past the last clipping point and over the line.
It's not a bad run from Martin at all.
He is sponsored by Betty Surf Shop, Liquid Molly, Sourceworks, Fix Engineering, Exo Racing, Advocate Motorsport, Hell Motorsport, Lee Smart Racing, Rapworks, Neil Beauty, Gallery, Volkscraft, Metal Finishing Masters. He gets 87.33 points, putting him into first position so far, Mike.
The scores are going up now.
They are indeed. Up next, Martin Cowley in this lock and loaded
Really cool S14.
S14.
Really cool S14 this is.
And he leaves the line.
So we see Cowley tearing
Absolutely
down. Listen to the bangs of him coming down the straight, Mike. He throws it in. Huge angle. Getting out wide for clip 2 as he brings it out now for the first transition through 3. Pushing up to the start of Mangiali now. This is it. It's our favourite part. It's what we love. Yeah. Can he get him? He's getting beelines all the way down. Bit of a handbrake tag coming in. Not the most flary, stylish run from Cowley. We've seen him do big flicks earlier on that I was really enjoying it, and maybe he's just going for that safe run first.
His first run is normally quite safe, Mike Cowley. He's quite a calculated driver. He will do enough to get him into the score, and then we'll see some pizzazz later on.
I like that.
He is sponsored by Turbo Techniques, Gear Motive, AutoWorks Performance, from Fabrication, TM Detailing. He gets 83.33 points on the board, putting him into 4th position. Up next, we have
a lad that has all the pizzazz.
Stu Asley.
Stu just goes wild. That's it. He only knows one speed, and that's fast.
Stu Asley.
Listen to the screams of this S50! Oh my, what a backwards entry from Stu Asley around the first corner! This is an insane start to a run as he smokes clip 2, 3 out of it, making his way down Mangiali now. Huge, big, using all the angle, Mike, to slow it down. There's no handbrake stops happening at all. This is exactly what we came here to see this weekend. Absolute wild run from Stu Asley. Gets that upshift, pulls another gear, just bleeding points as he goes over onto the green stuff. But that was such a high score up until that point. He is sponsored by DG Automotive, Ferguson Monroe Roofing, CMT Contractor, Rock Oil Mife, and his fiancée for letting him blaze the bank account, in his words. 83.97. Up next, we have Stefan Stefanov. I haven't seen him out in practice this morning, Mike. I believe you saw him out in practice once? Something was going wrong. They changed the car between the rounds and it's not working. So he's after buying. It's all to do with subframe and technical stuff that I don't know. I'm a pain Clayton guy.
He holds on to it.
Yes, Stefanov.
Just missing clip 3 though. He looks like he's struggling in this car. Look at the smoke coming out the back of it.
It's all to do with the steering. The guy said whatever changes was made, it's just not steering the same. They've borrowed bits and pieces off Ben Mears' car just before qualifying to try and help it out a bit more, but such a shame. Stefan has been killing it all year, like.
Yeah. What have they done to that car? What have they done? Don't undo it.
You're the technical guy. You go ask the technical questions after qualifying, okay?
He is sponsored by Dream Car Giveaways, Fix Auto, Pershaw, Vehicle Doctor, Baltic Hot Tubs, and SCM Remaps. Sadly, that's a 0 for Stefan Stefanov. And we'll move on to someone who I can almost guarantee will not be getting a 0. Jamie Stanton has been flying in practice this morning. Absolutely flying.
So fast.
So fast. He flicks it in to that first corner. Look at the angle he winds on. Round the second corner as well. The pace of this, ladies and gentlemen, is absolutely unbelievable. The E36 flying. 1JZ under the bonnet. Look at Jamie Stanton go. That thing is so nimble, just flicks around. He has so much control around the final corner and just keeping off the green stuff and over the line. That's a high score, Mike.
It's a high score, James.
He is
such a
sponsored
confident
by
driver.
Fiber Factory, Illmotion Driftworks, Empire Sandblasting and Powder Cone, EMS and Pulsar Turbo. He gets 87.67 points, putting him into first position so far. Up next we have Stephen McConnell.
And Ricardo just sounds so good. I'm not sure why.
There's a good reason for that, Mike.
What's that?
Well, in fact, Jamie Stanton's car also had a World Motorsport manifold on it, and Stephen McConnell's car,
it's a lot of manifolds.
yet again, has a World Motorsport manifold on it.
If you want to be a cool kid and drifting, do you know what manifold you need? A what manifold?
Stephen McConnell leaves the line. This car is extremely fast, and look at the rapid Steve McConnell throws into that first corner. Wow, that is style, ladies and gentlemen. Steve McConnell lacking a little bit the last 2 events, but it looks like for this final event, he is really throwing it down.
Yes, Steve.
As he comes around, look at that, just barely on the line, right to the edge of the track, all the way around. Unbelievable driving from Steve McConnell. He hasn't bled too many points so far, quite a few on the board as he comes over the line. Absolutely amazing drive. He is sponsored by Treads Garage, Walter Motorsport, Peregrine Performance, Lee Smart Racing, SCK Wax, Madcan Energy, Dynatune, Edmondson, Garage Blackworks, Body Shop, Cyball, and Radical Solutions.
And then there was one. Up next, it is...
Yeah, who's this?
It's the guy that's leading the championship. He's literally on the best season of his life. Everywhere he goes, he's ended up on podiums. It is Mr. Dylan Garvey, and he is on it today, Mike Walton. Watch this for speed.
I'm going to let you go, Mike. It's your man.
See Dylan trying it backwards. Mike Walton tries to make me laugh at the start of the run. Lovely clip too, as he snaps out wide, following that outer line, absolutely pinpoint accuracy, just as the judges asked him, nailing A-line after A-line the whole way down. Small dab of the handbrake, set the car, coming into clip 7, now transitions for the last time. Out wide, Mike, this is a really good high-scoring run. The judges are like this, as he brings it through the second last clip, around the corner, keeping it just off the concrete. That was very close, but that was a high-scoring run from Dylan.
Unbelievable stuff from Dylan Garvey. He is sponsored by 59 North Wheels, Turbo Central, Gear Motive, Haltech, Dean M Sport, Funk Motorsport, PGT, Bailey Machinery Sales, JLD 24/7 Watch, and he gets
an
a score of
87 that puts him into second position. I see you're reading. I'm watching over you. I got
well
you.
done, Mike. Well done. And here we go again.
Back to the start.
We have Will Gibbs. He had a tremendous score on his first run, 82.33. He's currently sat in 9th position. Let's see what that beautiful silver PS can do second time round. He knows he's in 9th.
Oh, big
There's an enemy to lose, and he is putting this one on for the crowd. Misses a clipping point, but look at the angle he's throwing into this run, Mike.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate that he's throwing so much angle around the inside of the track, but you see now Will doing his best to get back on. Massive angle coming through clip 6, 7 for the last transition out to 8. Oh, this is a good run from Will, Mike.
And we get to see the last bit of the run, thankfully, as they come over the line.
It's always nice to see it. They do keep us on our toes. That's all I know.
They certainly do, Mike. They certainly do.
They really like. I'm going to break the groove now. Watch this. And we see Stephen Lynch not in his car warming his tyres.
Do we know what score Will Gibbs got? 67.33, ladies and gentlemen. He remains in 9th place.
So it looks like Harvey Moore is going to be next.
Yeah, Stephen Lynch can't start his car.
It's a bad start.
We'll move on. We'll move on to one next contender, Mike. Contenders ready. Who is
Harvey Moore.
Harvey Moore in the drift for you, E36.
Harvey scored a 68 in his first run. He's sitting in 23rd position. He wants to get higher up the order.
Yeah. And off we go. Let's hope he has a little bit more confidence on this run than he did on his first run. Throwing in to that first corner. Nice and wide, picking up the clipping points beautifully round. It feels like he's doing another safe run, but it is very safe at the minute, Mike. Looking wonderful.
It's safe.
As it comes through, look how wide he is as well through the corner. Not too much angle, not overcooking it, but maintaining those points on the board.
Yeah, the judges are liking this one. I think this is going to be an improvement on his first run. We see Harvey bring it over the line. Mike, the lock he used coming into clip 6 and 7 there was just insane.
Yeah, it's fantastic. 79.67 puts him into 12th position. A vast improvement.
Up next, it's Agnes Minilga, the 300ZX. As weird as it is, that's it.
Yeah, he is currently sat in 18th position with 75.67.
And a big
On the
flick
board.
from
Wow.
Angus. Oh, he's getting deep.
Dropping a wheel. Can he hold it on the track?
He
He
does.
does keep it on the track for the rest of the time. Needs to be using a bit more angle, Igis Manilga, but oh, look at change up here. I just hear that limiter from all the way in here as he comes hammering down Manji Ali in round transitions to the last corner. Gets the power down. Puts his foot down and maintains the drip. Oh, going onto the green stuff again as he crosses the line. A similar score, I imagine, to his first run. So a bit of an improvement, 79.33. He jumps up into 13th position.
Up next we have Mark Chapman in the crazy E30 Touring. He's currently in 21st position with a 69.67, so he definitely wants to improve and get away from that danger zone.
Yeah, this car is absolutely flat out. We will see an improvement on his score.
Yeah.
Definitely
I'm
an improvement
confident.
on his score.
So as we see Mark leave the line. Massive big flip, throws it into clip 1, listen to the bangs as he passes our window. Gets a lovely hit to clip 2 and a snappy transition. Trying to get out now back on line as he comes into Mangiali. B-lines all the way through. Look at the angle he just chose.
Oh, dropping a wheel, Mark Chapman bleeding so many points. I wonder if he's got missing a gear in that gearbox, because all I can hear is limiter.
Yeah,
and see massive amounts of flames coming out of the back of the car.
Massive amounts of flames.
And he does not improve on his first score, 62.33 on his second. Remains in 21st position. Up next, Sam Nolan in this 2JZ powered S15.
Sam's in 16th position with a 76 in his first run, so we know he got more in. Okay, so Sam gets the signal, he leaves the line. Screams coming up, massive bang is about to frighten me in 3, 2, 1. There it is. Oh. And Sam goes flat through clip 2. Big wide transition. Look at the smoke pouring out the back of his S15 as he's carrying huge angle through Mangiali. Sam is making a statement saying he belongs in this pro class. Massive transition. Small tap hammer just to slow him down because he was going so fast by Walton. So he carries it over the line. Can he keep off the concrete? Yes, he does. Judges are liking this one.
Yeah, fantastic run from Sam Nolan. Definitely enjoyed.
Yeah,
inside the commentary tower at least.
All angle, that's what you want. Use the angle to slow it down.
80.67 puts him into 10th position. Up next, we have Jack Mawini.
Jack just dancing away there in the car.
He is currently in 19th position with 74.67. Let's see if we can see an improvement on that score for today. Oh, look, a massive flick, Mike. Was it too early? No, he manages to hold on to it. On the C line through clip 2, though, not quite as deep as we wanted to see. Comes through clip 3 and down into Manji Ali with his foot absolutely flat on the floor, Mike, as he comes through into that final corner. Look at the pace of Jack Mawini. You wouldn't have thought it was in Pro Class just Pro 2 just yesterday. Look at the pace of him as he comes around the final corner. Oh, straightens up. Oh, has he broken something?
I think it was the gear shift. I'm not sure what happened there.
Oh, all falling apart at the end of that run for Jack Mawini.
So yeah, he'll have to stick with his 19th position from the 74 in his first run. Up next is a man that we know can do 100 times better than what he did last time.
Yeah, Max Fleckney currently with 43 points in 26th position outside of the competition. Not somewhere Max Fleckney usually is, if I'm honest.
He's always the other end.
Maybe his car is finally giving up. We'll see. He does kick the clutch into entry. Oh, misses clip 1 and 2 completely again, Mike. This is not looking good for a second run either, as he comes down through Manji Ali, given the smoke show now, but I still feel it's too little too late. This is not in Max Fleckney. We used to see these entries are normally his thing, Max Fleckney's thing, but
I think he doesn't have the trust in the accident.
yeah.
I think it's in his mind that this can go at any clutch kick or any time. Right? So is that what it is, and not faith?
Maybe he gets a score of 50.33, 25th position. That is the end of the day for Max Fleckney, unfortunately.
What a season he's had, though. What a season. So up next we have Craig McLeod. Currently sitting in 5th position. He got an 84 in his first run, Mike.
Yeah, crazy Craig. I feel like he's doing just enough still, though. I want to see some more craziness. We know we've seen him do some wild runs in the past. Hopefully this is going to be that run. It looks like it is, Mike, with a massive flick entry, but missing clip 2 completely again. Comes through into clip 3 and down. Manji Ali needs to put the foot down here, bring the smoke show the crowd what Crazy Craig can do as he's on the absolute limit of the track. Transitions nicely, or nearly dabs the handbrake, just uses it to slow the car down a little bit through the transition. Needs to put his foot down over the line, nearly straight over the line, but still drifting. 84 points on his first run, not putting too much wrong. Doesn't improve, 77.33 on his second run. He remains still high up in 5th position, Mike.
So up next we have Chrissy Nayland. Sitting in 22nd position with a 69.67, so Chrissy definitely wants to get up a bit higher in that order, just to get away from the danger zone. So we see him coming down with a huge flick, absolutely throwing it. Hits the C line for clip 2. Can he get it back on now as he comes around the second hairpin, lining up for Manji Ali? Not as deep in the clips as we'd like to see Chrissy, but he's just trying to keep that car moving. It's a nice, very little handbrake dab there through 6 and 7, Mike. He just used all the angle to slow the car down. Exactly what he was asked to do in the briefing this morning. So we see Chrissy now putting foot to floor, keeps it off the concrete and bringing it over the line. This will be an improvement on his first run. I'm confident.
I believe it will, and it certainly is, Mike. 78 points on his second run. That puts him in to 16th position. Up now we have the magnificent R34 of JJ Stevens. Having a fantastic weekend so far, Mike.
Yeah, dream weekend is what JJ's having.
He agrees with us.
Yeah.
Not said.
It's a good one, lads. Off we go, and it's beautiful. R34 skyline. He comes down, throws it in. Not as big of a flick as he was doing all day yesterday, but still gets that car out wide through the first few clipping points as he comes around now, lining up for Manji Ali. Look at the smoke pouring out the back of this skyline. So we see JJ now, last transition. Still not as crazy as a run as we've seen him do.
No,
He's playing very safe, he is.
He's still got quite a few points on the board. He squeezes every last horsepower out that over 25 and it comes across the line. 76.33 on his first run. Small improvement for his second run, I think. Yeah. 82 points. 10 puts him straight into 10th position. Up now, Jolene McDonald.
We know all about the car now. We got 75 messages. You got them, I got them, everyone got them. A pigeon flew in the window with a piece of paper just letting us know about this car. Jolene sitting with 19th with a 76 in her first run, so we're expecting something wild and a big flick incoming, Mike Walton, as she throws it backwards around the first corner, hitting A-lines all around. This is a crazy run from Jolene so far as she comes into
unbelievable stuff from Jolene.
She's not looking to flick. Oh, you may do this. I'm going to lose my breath here, Mike.
This is absolutely fantastic from Jolene McDonald. So very smooth. As long as she, I nearly missed a gear there. I didn't think she quite did. And a perfect line. If she keeps off the green stuff, just on him over the line. A brilliant score there from Jolene McDonald. 83 points.
Straight
putting her up
position.
into 8th position.
Cannot wait to see her in the bands later on.
She just didn't run that tyre on the curb. She was in the 90s.
Yeah.
Right, someone who has some work to do. Paul Beachy. It's a beautiful looking car.
It is a beautiful looking car. They're all beautiful looking cars.
We need him to get some points.
We are rooting for you here, Beachy. We want you to do this. So we see SRS 15 coming down.
Oh, wait, come on, Paul. Throw it into the first corner. Keeps the car on the track, nearly just about, only dropping one wheel. Just a little bit shallow off of clip 3. Can he hold it together as he comes down at Manji Alley? He does, nicely into the left-hander. Needs to make a transition. Now he's still got a good amount of points on the board. Gets the upshift done nice and early. Puts his foot to the floor and sends it round the final part of the track. Keeps off the green stuff nicely and over the line.
It's a score on the board.
67 points. Oh! Is just in 24th position so far.
There's a few drivers that could still put him down. That's a nervous way for Beachy. So up next we have Peter Hayden in the M3 Compact, sitting in 23rd position with a 68, so he wants to get up the order a bit more. So you see him thrown in, look at the back of the Compact skipping coming through, Mike.
Just bouncing around. As they come around through again, nice and tidy through for Peter Hayden. Not as much impact as some of the other drivers, sadly lacking a little bit on power as he comes through the final corner. It's a very clean car.
Yeah.
Can't have driven it much, Peter, as it comes over the line. I don't know whether that's an improvement on his first score, Mike, though. It isn't 65, and he remains in a dangerous position as well, 23rd place. Up next, we have Stephen Fitzgerald in this tremendous LSX-powered S15.
Noise of this car.
Absolutely.
Isn't it, does, since we see
massive flick using the whole of the track. Look at the pace Stephen Fitzgerald has as he comes in through the second corner, enters Manji Alley. Looking for points, just misses clip 5.
Gets back on track for 6 and 7, but yeah, missed 5 completely on the Manji. Now we see Steve putting foot to the floor, getting that car back online, just sells the last bit of points. He keeps off the concrete and finishes the run, Mike. It's not going to be the same as his first run, but
he's currently sat in 9th position, so I think he's pretty safe for the competition. Yeah, 73.67, not an improvement, sadly, for Stephen Fitzgerald. Someone who does need to make an improvement. Matthew Steele currently sat with 38.33 points after a big mistake on the first corner.
yes, don't be nervous. Be grand. Such a cool looking car. Really is, like, I absolutely love it. Like, it has an octopus inside, but just
It's a squid, Mike.
sorry, Posh boy, I don't know the difference. From Ireland, we don't have either.
Don't have squids in England. Anyway, throws it into, oh no! A very shallow entry, a very safe entry from Matthew Steele, a completely different driving style to what we're used to. He just wants to get some points on the board. Look how shallow this guy's driving, but he is maintaining points because he is collecting all of the clipping points very nicely as he comes through the final corner. And round the last stays off of the green stuff and over the line. Oh, it's not going to be a big score, Mike. I don't know whether it's enough. On his second run, is he going to be in competition? 66. Oh, just misses out Matthew Steele.
25th position.
25th position. Stefan Stefanov has unfortunately retired from competition today due to those steering issues. So that we will not see any more of him today.
Up next we have Scott Cartledge.
Currently sat in 26th position with an uncharacteristic 66 points. He on the board.
Tidy up that run.
Really needs to tidy up this run, and let's hope that he does so, because he is such an aggressive chase driver. As he comes around the first corner, nicely on line so far, not bleeding too many points so far. Front wheel completely off the ground there as he comes through that corner down to Manji Ali. Oh, this looks like a much better run from the Scott Cartridge. We all know and have seen it do very well in competition before. Puts the hammer down, flying round the last corner. Oh, way too deep onto the green stuff though, Scott, throwing points away just at the end. Is it enough to get him into the competition? 72 points, he does just about get into 22nd, but that means he just kicked Paul Beachy out.
Up next, it's Harmer time. The crazy drift kid, Archie Harmer. Archie's sitting in 17th with a 78, so we are expecting an improvement on this one, Mike, aren't we?
Well, we shall now see. Huge entry from Archie Harmer, and managed to hold on to it all the way to line. I thought it was going to come up a little bit short there, but no, he proved me wrong. And look at the smoke coming off the back of Archie Harmer. That massive flick into the left-hander. Unbelievable driving from the young Archie Harmer as he flicks back and comes around the final corner. Bits of bodywork flapping in the wind. Nothing but rev limiter. He needs to change up a gear right at the end.
Please change up a gear. What a wild run for Archie. So he doesn't improve, it's a 72. So he will stay in 17th position. Who'll be next? Arunas Normontis.
All right, Arunas Normontis in this ridiculously fast S54 M3 turbo.
He needs to slow down.
He had some real issues slowing down for the end of Manji Ali, and let's hope that he manages to tame this beast for this run. How has he got the front end back together so nicely?
Look at that backwards entry through the first corners. He gets out to clip 2, snaps back for 3 now, lines up for Manji Ali. Here we go, this is where he puts the foot down, picks up this incredible speed.
Right, can he slow down?
Yes, he can.
He does slow it down, slows it down beautifully, makes that transition around the last corner, and I imagine there is going to be a lot of smoke now. Oh, it's a little bit of a strain from Arunas as he wraps off the limiter between gear changes, just losing that wheel speed and straightening up. Still, 69 points on the board. He goes into 24th position.
It's such a nervous weight when you're sitting there.
Next up, we have Charlie Hume. Waiting for the go-ahead. He currently has 74 points on the board. He is sat in 21st position. As he throws the car in on a lovely line, picking up first and second clipping points and third beautifully. This is very precise so far from Charlie Hume, and we see a little bit more smoke coming out the back of the car as he pushes a bit harder for his second qualifying run. He knows he's in 21st position. There's only 24 places in the competition today. He puts his foot down, upshift as he comes over, misses that concrete beautifully and across the line.
Brilliant run from Charlie. And it's a massive improvement. He scores an 80.33, which puts him into 15th position.
Next up, Josh Payne. The master of pain, as you call him. Only 45.33 points on the board. Currently sat in 29th, so he does need to make a big improvement. Wow! Look at the angle he threw into that first corner. Almost a backwards entry, Mike, as he comes through down into Manji Ali. Yeah, looks like a man on a mission, trying to collect some more points than he did last time round. As he puts the hammer down, not making too many mistakes, Mike, as he comes around the last corner.
No, it's not a bad run from Josh. Still, I'm wondering, is that car run perfectly? Just still seems to be a little bit less than what he's used to.
And Josh Payne, he's not in the competition. 68 points leaves him into 26th. Up next, we have Tom Van Beek, currently sat in 4th position with 84.33 on the board.
In one of the nicest sounding MX-5s. Just listen to that.
Listen to the little MX-5 going. Oh wow, ladies and gentlemen, that was an unbelievable first corner. Mike, pick your jaw up off the floor. That was absolutely incredible. Tom Van Beek currently has 95 points on the board still, ladies and gentlemen. This could be an absolutely unbelievable run from the mighty MX-5 as he comes around the final corner, just making a couple of mistakes now. As he comes around, keeps it off of the concrete and across the line.
That first section was just insane.
Mental. That first corner was unbelievable. 86.67. He improves on his first run, but he remains in 4th place so far.
The nicest man on the grid, Mr. Matt Denham, who made me laugh a lot last night in the restaurant.
He showed us things that we did not want to see in the restaurant.
We did not even request them, and he knows exactly what we're talking about. As we see Matt Denham throwing it in, absolutely nailing that wide line the judges have asked, pushing, lining up for the start of Mangiani now. Look at this. It's like he was gone nowhere. Using all the angle to slow the car down there. Still smoking as he comes through 7, all the way out for 8. This is a lovely run from Matt Denham. The judges' live scores is liking it if he can keep off that concrete at the end, which he does. Not a bad run.
A very good score from Matthew Denham, 78 on his first run, 84.67 on his second run. He goes into 5th position.
Back where he belongs.
Matt Denham is back.
Matt Denham is back.
Up next, Martin Wonacott. Currently sat in 3rd position with 87.33 in that monster JZX 100. 943 horsepower, Mike. 943 horsepower. Listen to it go. Throws it into the first corner. Oh, this is just absolutely beautiful so far. Comes down Manji Ali. He will put the foot down now. Unleash the smoke show. Oh, not really putting anything wrong. Right on the very edge of the track, Martin Wonacott seeming to gel with these Estino tyres now after having some problems with them at the start of the season.
He didn't like them at the start. He was very vocal about that.
Seems to be working for him now.
Now it's going fine, yeah. Practice makes perfect.
82.33. He goes up into 2nd position. It's because he's put a score on the board, Mike, so the other person that was in 2nd hasn't done the 2nd run yet. So technically, it's a 0 versus an 83 because they both have a similar score on their first run.
This is the first thing you've ever taught me about how a competition works. Wow. Thanks, buddy.
And how long have you been doing it?
Bit.
You should know this, Mike.
But judging, that's all above me. So we see Martin Cowley leave the line. Bang! Wow! Aggression on
Martin Cowley, look at this. He is here to make a statement this weekend, ladies and gentlemen, and look at the pace of this S14 as he hammers down Manji Ali with the fury. Look at this thing. Oh my goodness, he had half the tyre off of the track but managed to stay on, did not drop a wheel. Absolutely unbelievable driving from Martin Cowley.
Something I just noticed in his commentary info there, for anyone at home, if you want to see what it looks like from Martin Cowley's point of view, if you actually go to the Team Locked and Loaded Twitch page, he is live right now doing his qualifying runs and his battles later on.
Well,
that's cool.
That is very cool. He gets 77 points and remains in 8th position. Up next we have Stu Adsley, and apparently his gearbox is on the way out, Mike. I have had a message.
They all like you. Just don't text me.
Oh, babes.
Someone text me there, look. So we see Stu leave the line. He's coming screaming now with a broken gearbox, but I wasn't told that. He throws it in. Needs to go. Wow, a perfect line. Look at this from Stu Adsley. This is unbelievable so far. On A-lines all the way around. Absolutely smoking Mangiani out with a huge angle. Can he hold it? He kind kind of does. That was insane from Stu.
Oh, this is unbelievable to watch. Just making a few mistakes throughout the run though. Bleeding, he's scored that. Not a fantastic score on his second run from Stu Asley, but we really enjoyed it.
Impact Central, that was.
66.67 on his second run.
Up next, it's Jamie Stanton.
Jamie Stanton, as unfortunately Stefan Stefanov has bowed out of competition, so we move on. Jamie Stanton.
Sitting in first position.
First position, 87.67. He looked like he was flying in practice this morning. He was certainly flying in qualification. Can he maintain that first place?
And he's just such a chill guy, do you know what I mean? Like, he just floats along. Does he see Jamie thrown in? Massive angle! That is exactly what we want to see!
That was a mega entry from Jamie Stanton. Absolutely incredible stuff. As he's fucking hammering it down.
Look at that!
Oh, this is a driving masterclass by Jamie Stanton. As he comes around the final corner, foot flat to floor.
Wow! I had to pick my jaw up several times through that run.
Yeah, not improving on his original score, 80.33 on his second position. He still remains in first place. Up next, Stephen McConnell. .67 on his first run, currently sat in 14th position. Steve McConnell will definitely want to improve on that. He's a man that always does his best. He throws it into the first corner. Could have been a little bit wider through clip 2 there, if I'm honest, Mike.
Yeah, we were expecting a little bit more from Stephen there in that one, but he does a good job to get it back online as it's come down Mangiali. Slows that car down lovely. It's the last transition as he goes into the nice big long corner now. Small bit of a wobble there. It's probably where he did the gear shift, Mike.
Yeah. Yeah, and just flat out round the last corner. Not going to improve on his first score. 72.67. He remains in 14th position.
And last up we have Mr. Dylan Garvey.
Currently sat in third position with 87.33 on the board. So he has to beat Martin Wonacott's second score, which wasn't as high. And he will get up into the second position. Wow! Huge entry, but scrubbed off a massive amount of speed from Dylan Garvey. Does he still have tyres on the rim? You are looking at your point with me.
He dropped heavy there. I was like, that tyre cut me still on the rim. Oh, Dylan!
Oh my goodness gracious me.
Too much.
I think he's just putting on a show now for you in the crowd here and at home. Ladies and gentlemen, listen to that RB28 sing as he comes over the line. So yeah, 61.33 in his second run. He remains in third place.
So there you have it, Mike.
That is it. We have finished our
Qualifications.
And I believe we're going to have some of those results up in front of us now. We are. So in first place, Jamie Stanton. Second place, Martin Wonacott. All in the 87s. Dylan Garvey, 87.33. Both of them. Tom Van Beek, 86.67. Matthew Demon, 84.67. Craig McLeod, 84. These are all very close together.
Very close, yeah. Very close. And do you know what that means? It's going to make very close and interesting battles later on today.
Yeah, it's going to be extremely exciting. Well, that wraps it up for qualifying. Join us at 2:20 for the Pro Top 24 battles.
Drifting can be the most demanding motorsport in the world. My name is Jun Main. The high RPMs required to keep my tires spinning and rubber burning are brutal on engine oil. That's why Lucas Synthetic Oil Stabilizer was formulated for performance on the track and the highway. Lucas Synthetic Oil Stabilizer keeps my power on for split-second decisions, making every shift and turn count. When it comes to my engine and engine oil, I give it every advantage with Lucas Synthetic Oil Stabilizer.
Link ECU produce standalone engine management technology with a range of products that allow you to unleash the power of your engine. Acting as your car's brain, our ECUs control electronic fuel injection and ignition. A magnitude of sensor inputs and outputs ensure your engine exceeds your expectations. Built-in safety features guarantee engine protection, and data logs keep you informed on its performance. Smoke your tires and not your engine with a world-leading Link ECU.
Tarmac Sports.